Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of our educational vlog series. My name is Shane Brady, Director here at Manufacturing Insurance Brokers, which of course is one of our specialist divisions of McLeod McShane Southeast that focuses solely on the manufacturing sector. And today I want to shine a spotlight on business interruption cover and the costs associated with a major loss. And the first thing I wanted to talk about are the typical costs associated with a major loss. So a major loss is any type of interruption to your business where there's been damage at your premises. And there are a few other extensions and exceptions to that rule, but broadly speaking, there needs to be damage from your premises for your policy to respond. And in most circumstances, the example that we use is a fire, because it's firstly the most devastating, but also can cause the longest period of interruption to a business. And there's essentially three separate types of costs that can be associated with a major loss like that. And first of all, it's loss of gross profit. So if you imagine your factory was to burn, even partially, you are going to suffer a loss of gross profit to some extent before you're back up to full operation again. That loss of gross profit can be insured against under a business interruption policy. The loss of gross profit cover is there to cover your expenses that are ongoing in your business, to keep you being able to pay your expenses and keep your business operational throughout the interruption period. The second costs, of course, are additional increased costs of working. So costs that are over and above what you would typically need to spend to operate your business as a result of the major loss. And the most obvious example there is that if you suffered a fire at your factory, the cost to pick up your business and operate from a temporary location while your factory is being rebuilt, refitted out, repaired, mended, whatever the case is, all of those costs, or most of them, are considered what's called additional increased costs of working. So they too can be insured against under a business interruption policy. The third there, of course, is claims preparation costs or professional fees. Now, this is a little trick we've been using for a very long time. It's a very easy thing to do, a very easy cover to include, and can make a real significant difference in a total loss or major loss situation. And that is insuring against the cost for us in conjunction with you as the insured to appoint our own assessor and our own loss adjuster that works on your behalf. And there's a distinct difference between an adjuster or an assessor that is appointed on your behalf as opposed to your insurer. Both have different interests. The ones that we appoint with you are there to represent your best interests. Those that are appointed from the insurance company naturally are acting in their best interests. And there can be some conflicts in that situation. To avoid that conflict and to be sure to be able to maximize all the cover and the claim that we can from your policy, we like to include claims preparation cost, which allows us the liberty to appoint someone to give us a hand to present your business interruption claim, which can be quite complex in some situations, to your insurer. Second thing I wanted to talk about are indemnity periods and why they are so important. So firstly, an indemnity period is a set maximum period that your policy will respond. So that needs to be set at the maximum possible interruption that you could suffer as a business. And the larger the operation that you have, particularly where you're only a single location, the longer the indemnity period we recommend. So if you imagine you've got a factory, it's burnt or it's suffered a major loss, it can be quite some time to get that building rebuilt, going through council, getting approvals, adhering to all new regulations and all the bits and pieces that come with rebuilding a building and fitting it back out for your business. That can take some time. So generally speaking, indemnity periods of 12 months or less aren't recommended. They're not long enough. In some situations, they can be grossly inadequate and leaves you uninsured from 12 months and beyond in some circumstances. So we always recommend to go longer. What to do when you've suffered a major loss? Call your broker, of course. Interruption claims are time critical. The best chance for full recovery is to act decisively and immediately and to find an alternate premises to operate from. Something we'd like to talk about, call us, please.